we're in a weird time in fast food culture. Fast food prices are constantly rising up, so much so that it's actually pricing out the general consumer. But there's a solution. Chain restaurants are starting to come back, giving consumers more bang for their buck. But is the food actually good? That's why today I'm testing every major chain burger in America to find out which burger is truly the best, but more specifically, if any of these are worth your time and hard-earned money. And at the end of this, we'll be crowning the absolute best with the highest ranking and our favorite, starting with Chili's. But first I want to introduce our guest today, Damon. He's gonna be tasting with us. He's an OG, you've seen him before. This is the Chili's, one of the most known Chili's of all time. The Chili's on 45th and Lamar in Austin, Texas. If you know what the f I'm talking about. These burgers are huge and the patties are like a half-inch thick. Cheers.
Cheers, bud.
I'm gonna give you the good and the bad. The good, the meat's really fatty, juicy. I like the toppings that are on it. There's a little too much lettuce, we'll look past that. And the flavor is decent. It kind of tastes like a hotel burger. The bad, the bun is super duper dry. It's not really toasted. It's like sticking, literally sticking to the burger. The lettuce is super soggy. There's no sauce on it and it's pretty severely under-seasoned.
Flavor, good. I agree with the under-seasoned. Could use a little salt, maybe a little acid, but definitely mushy on the bottom for sure. But I love being a juicy burger. I'd say B-. I'd be really happy if I ordered this.
I would give this a C+, almost a B.
We can average that out to a C. Moving on.
We're at a place that used to have the name International House of Burgers, IHOB, and then they changed it back to IHOP because that sounds so stupid. I don't know why they did that, but they do have a breakfast burger. This does seem to be the iconic choice. It's got a fried egg. Here we go, cheers.
The toasted bun, toasted well. On the outside, not on the inside though. Still good. I love eggs on my burgers. That might just be the bacon, but I actually think it's seasoned outside of just the bacon too. Texture's good. Burger's a little tough, but nothing crazy. Good cook on it though. C- in that area.
The bacon is really well seasoned.
That's what I was saying, it might just be the bacon.
Honestly, I'm conflicted on this one because it doesn't taste bad. Burger's freshly cooked, the bun's nice, it's toasted nicely. I love the flavor of the bacon. Oh, and the burger's not dry either. It's like relatively juicy, but there's zero salt on that patty. Zero. And there's zero salt on the egg. If it weren't for this bacon, this burger would be probably a D, but I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm gonna give it a C.
That's a C tier for IHOP, and I see why they switched back to the name.
The search for our A tier continues, but I know where we can find it. No, not there, down here. That's right, it's been on my feet, keeping my little toes warm this whole time. I'm talking about today's sponsor, Bombas. Yes, socks. Look, whether you're cooking at home or on an adventure to find great food, you're on your feet a lot and you gotta take care of them dogs. Look no further than Bombas, the ultimate gift for everyone. Who can resist the comfort of cozy, long-lasting socks on a chilly day? They say they spent 2 years in research and development to rigorously test for comfort and durability, and honestly, it does show. Not only do Bombas feel good, but they do good too. For every pair purchased, they donate essential clothing items to those in need. And so far, they've donated over 140 million essential clothing items. Thanks, Bombas. If you don't want to give socks for a gift them to yourself. You deserve it. You can feel good. You're getting the most comfortable socks on the market, made to last the holiday season and way beyond. New customers get 20% off their first purchase. Just go to bombas.com/Joshua and use code Joshua20 at checkout. Now, on with our search. We're at the second highest grossing restaurant on the entire list. It is the one, the only Applebee's. I've intentionally avoided Applebee's for my entire life. Even as a child, I saw that shit and I was like, I don't know if I need to go there. This is the Whiskey Burger. It is the highest calorie burger at 1,600 calories.
It's a big boy.
So it's got fried onions, whiskey sauce, raw onions. I like that they did the raw and the cooked. I think that's a cool combo. I'm actually excited about this. Cheers. Really greasy, almost unbearably.
There's a lot of fixings on here.
You can't really taste much of the burger, but the overall flavor is nice. I can taste the whiskey and the sauce, which is kind of nice. I'm not sure if it's artificial or not though. There's a lot of sweetness going on. I like the fried onions, they're crunchy, they're seasoned nicely. I love the combination of the raw onion with that to provide a little extra oomph. The patty is juicy.
You know, this was a really well-crafted burger. I think that's what stands out to me the most. There's enough of everything. Thick cheese, lots of onions. Cook on the burger was good. A little under-seasoned, but it was seasoned. This is, I think, my favorite one so far, so B.
I'm gonna give this a B. Applebee's. Moving on.
Now into the Outback. Let's see if a fan favorite appetizer mixed with a burger could bring us our first A tier.
This is the Bloomin' Burger. It is their most popular burger. The patty itself is questionable. It clearly went straight from the freezer and onto the grill. Cheers.
It's definitely got some texture from the crispy bloomin' onions, which are delicious, by the way. And it's got that lovely bloomin' onion sauce on there. Patty, pretty underwhelming, a little dry. Honestly, I'm kind of happy with this one.
It's not bad, but if you took the onions off of this burger would be so mid. All of the experience is relying fully on the blooming onion, which, by the way, the fried onion tastes great. Seasoned nicely, it's still crispy. That's all I taste. I do not taste the beef. I do not taste the cheese. You could put any meat in between these buns and it would taste pretty much the same, I feel like. The beef itself is super chewy for some reason. How did that happen? But it tasted good. The sauce was okay. So as a burger in a burger competition, I'm gonna give this a D.
I like D.
What?
Down under at the Outback with our first D tier burger. Moving on to a potential top contender though, Red Robin.
We have high expectations of this place because they specify gourmet burgers. So this better be gourmet. This is the gourmet burger. This is the most OG-est of their OG burgers. It looks actually quite beautiful. Here we go.
I don't know about you, but I'm happy with this. All the veggies are nice and fresh. There's a lot of them without the burger being super messy. Honestly, the burger flavor comes through, even past all of it. Bun's like kind of hard on the outside, but not from being stale. A little texture to it, a little toastiness.
This is one of the better burgers we've had. I think this is probably the best burger we've had so far. The bun has crispness on the outside. Burger's seasoned nicely. It's juicy, cooked just to how I like it. I like that it has onions and pickles. They don't skimp on that. There's like a relish type sauce on there. There's mayo. I love. They don't do that little dot of mayo. This is like spread with mayo. It's really nice. It's also the simplest burger. I'm gonna give this an A.
I agree, A+.
And our first A tier of the video. That's a great start this early on, but we aren't looking for something good. We're looking for something great. The question is, where is our S tier?
We're at Buffalo Wild Wings. We've got burgers that I think might be the best looking burgers I have seen all day. Are they going to beat Red Robin? That is the question, because I think this could be a contender for S tier. The burger's juicy as it's dripping. The vegetables are nice and green. This is called the triple. It does not have triple patty, but honestly, I'm not upset. It looks beautiful. Let's try it. Wow.
I would wreck shop with this bad boy. That's a good burger.
The beef is perfectly seared. It's not overcooked. It's got a great Maillard. It's juicy. It's fatty. There's the right amount of cheese. There's the right amount of salt. This is the first burger where I'm like, this is perfectly seasoned, borderline. The vegetables are fresh. The pickles aren't too acidic. There's enough sauce on it.
Honestly, I'm having a hard time picking out something I didn't like about it.
You say what it is and I'll cover my ears. If Red Robin was an A, this is an S tier. Buffalo Wild Wings, what is going on? So a welcome surprise with that S tier, but I still think we have an even higher S tier coming. Moving on. Before we move on to our next spot, I have something important. Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you can get both of my cookbooks. Don't forget, if you don't have it or you want to give a gift, you guys have supported it so much. I appreciate you. The link's in the description. If you don't have one get one for a friend. The holidays are coming up. The link's in the description. Now on to the next. It all of a sudden got very windy because we are now at Denny's avocado burger. Cheers.
Not the one.
This is like a ballpark burger. You go to a baseball game, they're not there to make good food. They're just there to slap something together. It's dry, it's not seasoned, it's on a Cisco bun. It's not horrible, it's just really not good.
Yeah, I don't really like avocado that much, but I was trying to be a little unbiased. But it really made it really mushy in there. Bun was stale, burger was dry, and then just overall unseasoned.
It's a C at best.
That's a D for me.
Denny's joins Outback with a big fat D. Moving on.
We've got an important check-in. I will say I'm remarkably surprised. The caloric count for the burgers we've eaten today have been well over 1,000 calories just for the burger, not including the fries. In the last video we did like this where we just did fast food places, the burgers were maybe like 400 to 600 calories. Some went up to 1,000, but very, very few. I'm not really sure why. I guess like they use a lot leaner beef and they're steaming it, whereas this they're using fatty beef. They're doing everything they can to try and make this burger good, which means that the burger should be getting rated higher, but they're not. The adventure continues.
Now we move on to a real player here. One of my favorite chain restaurants out there, Texas Roadhouse.
It is the second highest grossing casual dining restaurant in America, and the only other one above it is Olive Garden, and they don't have a burger. So that basically makes this the top one of this video.
Looking juicy. It's pretty good. I don't know if it's the best one we've had. There's a lot of fixins on here, which you know I like. The burger was cooked well. There's a lot of texture from the tomato, the onions. The bun, mid, but it's okay.
This is a thicker patty. It appears to be seared. It has sort of a barbecue sauce on it, mushrooms, onions, sauteed onion, and raw. This is honestly probably one of the worst menu items I've ever eaten here. I mean, the burger's okay. It's cooked okay. It's juicy. It's not dry. I appreciate that. Seasoning is mid. It could use a little bit more salt, a little more flavor. It's a little overwhelming with the barbecue sauce flavor. I'm not tasting burger. I'm just tasting like barbecue sauce. I think the Chili's burger was better than this, but I don't know. You want to say our rating at the same time?
I think I do. C.
Texas Roadhouse, I love you and everything that you have to offer, except your burger. Moving on.
All right, we're at the Las Vegas Casino of Restaurants, Cheesecake Factory. This is one of the most popular burgers, the macaroni and cheese burger. They have it on the clam burger menu. I didn't even realize this is a fried macaroni and cheese puck over a burger. It's got heft to it. Wow, I'm actually surprised by how bad that is. Honestly, I think it's a fried mac and cheese that was lowered into oil. It's been used 6 million times without being filtered. Can you taste that? Is that cheese sauce? No salt on anything, not even in the cheese sauce, which is funny because you know it's pre-made. The burger is cooked medium rare-ish, which is nice, but there's no salt on it, so who cares? You can't taste it. The mac and cheese bite has also no salt. It's fried in bitter oil. I gotta say, I'm actually surprised.
I think the shining star on this is the cook on the burger itself. I thought it was nice and juicy. It had texture from the macaroni, but I didn't want it on there, that's for sure.
Properly cooking something to the point of not overcooking it is never enough to save something under-seasoned. You know, Cheesecake Factory is funny because it's like they have a menu that's gigantic with almost every food that exists, and yet they're mediocre in every category. Honestly, I'm gonna give this an F.
I would have to agree.
The most expensive burger of the video with the worst grade. Great. Now, ironically, the next one is the cheapest burger. So how's that gonna fare?
Waffle House has delivered over and over and over for me. I'm an avid fan. I will say this burger has me concerned for them, but they've never been known for making beautiful food. They've been known for making delicious food.
Right. Cheers. It's good for how straightforward it is. I mean, it's just cheese, meat, and bacon. That's it. I think the burger's seasoned. The bacon's crispy, but also it's got those like fatty, unrendered parts. For what they put on here, it's pretty good.
I'm actually really surprised. It tastes like what it looks, but in the best way possible. Like the bacon's half crispy, half flaccid, so it's fatty still, but also crunchy. The meat is actually seasoned properly. I wish there was a bit more Maillard, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world for this burger. It was toasted in the bacon fat on the griddle, so you're tasting bacon all throughout it. This is like a I've been out drinking burger, and it's gonna be one of the most glorious things you've ever eaten. If you are not under the influence, you'll eat it and you'll go, this is a mighty decent burger, and I think it's worthy of a solid B.
Waffle House delivers, especially for the price, real solid, but we're still chasing another S tier. Moving on.
BJ's, I've never found myself there before, primarily because of the name. This burger, the Smokehouse Burger, they have said specifically that it has a flavor explosion that will leave you reeling. If I'm not reeling after this, I'm gonna be pissed.
Honestly, all it tastes really is onion rings with barbecue sauce on it though.
I was gonna say the same thing. It's so weird. It tastes like it's supposed to taste, but so much of it is under seasoned. The burger's not that juicy. The bun is okay. Most of their problems would be fixed by salt.
I agree. The bacon is carrying the salt on it.
The barbecue sauce tastes good.
It's very black peppery.
I like it. It's a little poppy in the
thick,
spice.
sweet.
It's a C, it's mid. There's not that much going on. Flavor explosion, big overstatement. So they might have a B in the name, but they're getting a C. Moving on.
On to a place I've actually never been inside, the Cracker Barrel. And to say the least, I was shocked at what I saw. I thought I was walking into a restaurant, and I instead walked into some sort of gift shop that feels like I was transported into another dimension. I don't have high hopes for the food, but hopefully it's good.
Everything about this burger is bad. From the flavor to the salt levels, the bun is soggy in the worst way possible. This has not been sitting for a long time. We just ordered it and it's disgusting. This genuinely tastes like food that was made in an old folks home and then delivered here.
Pee pee poo poo. Honestly, I really couldn't agree more. There's a taste in my mouth that's just lingering and overpowering that doesn't taste like a single ingredient that's actually on the burger. It doesn't taste like meat. It doesn't taste like bread. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It tastes like 6 months worth of gunk and goop.
This is by far the worst burger at a low F.
Low F.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel, I want to be honest with you. Just keep the gift shop, F.
With only 2 spots remaining, can we get just one more S tier contender? I want to see a showdown. I believe it will happen. Or will Buffalo Wild Wings fly away with a dominant victory? Really? You guys gonna let this happen?
We are at Red Lobster, currently under siege right now because of their endless shrimp menu thingy. I've been eating a lot of burgers. Listen, this is their only burger on the menu. We like the heavy sesame bun. It smells bacony. There's no sauce, so if this burger is not seasoned perfectly, I'm gonna give this an automatic C.
Cheers, bud. Dry, not seasoned enough. There's plenty of bacon. And yeah, I like the bun. The bun is the standout here, but it does not carry the sandwich to the end.
Burger's under seasoned, it's okay. The only flavor I'm getting is bacon. Bacon is good. They didn't make the bacon, so if you want to have a bacon sandwich, you'll have the same experience pretty much. That's a C tier.
Oof, Red Lobster, swing and a miss, but it's now down to our final spot, Longhorn Steakhouse, to see if they can join the Buffalo Wild Wings S tier ranking and potentially be our reigning king.
Wow, that is remarkably good. Everything is seasoned perfectly. Salt levels on the patty are there. The Maillard is there. It's juicy, it's fatty, but it's not too fatty. It's cooked to a nice medium. There wasn't a lot of sauce on there. That's all it needed. It was a strong sauce. Like, it was very present.
This is the first one where the meat was finally truly the highlight. That thing was thick and juicy. When I bit into it, Really, really good cook on it too. Just completely different than the Buffalo Wild Wings one, but equally as delicious.
This is marginally better, in my opinion. If I had to pick between the two, I'd pick this one. I almost want to re-rate the Buffalo Wild Wings. I can't believe this. This is an S tier.
I honestly think so.
It's been an absolute roller coaster. We've had mostly bad rating after bad rating after bad rating, and then we ended with 2 S tiers, this one being by far the most groundbreaking S tier. Shout out to Longhorn Steakhouse. Good God, this is a banger. Between the two, this is a clear winner. Longhorn Steakhouse had the very best chain burger. I cannot believe I'm saying it. Longhorn Steakhouse, good work. Subscribe, love you, bye.